going to start with a sort of medical report, Mick, because I'm running out of brain space to keep track of what's going on with Widnes and who's fit and who's not fit. First of all, the 3 lads who were injured yesterday, what do you know about those? First of all, White, and Armstrong.
Not much this moment in time. A lot of lads have got some medical meetings this morning, catch up with doctors and assessments from the physios. Simple as that, but we'll address those injuries today, have a look at them. I very much doubt any of them will be fit for Friday's game. And that's it, there's nothing else to report. There's nobody else looking fit to come into Friday's game, so it's about what we've got at the minute is what we're going to go with on Friday.
Craven broke a finger, didn't he?
Yeah, pretty bad fracture to his finger, yeah. So he's got an operation booked in later on this week. I was in hospital last night, just getting it checked over and putting himself in a bit of comfort with a bit of strapping, so very disappointing for him.
And those who were playing yesterday, the likes of Hanbury, Jay Chapel-Howe, Chris Bridge, probably others, are they in the mix for Friday against St Helens?
I think they've got to be. We're literally running out of numbers now. Like I said, we get 2 players back and then we lose 3, so yeah, any player who's fit this week will be in contention for a shirt.
And Mellor and Gerrard, will they be available?
I hope so. I certainly hope so, yeah. It's 1 of 17.
You had 2 18-year-old kids on debut yesterday, Farnworth and Walsh. How did you feel that they went?
I thought they went well. I thought they grew into the game. They certainly had good involvements in the second half, which most of our players did. But yeah, I think it's good to get young lads in through games. Possibly like to put them in a better game than Leeds away, but if you're good enough, you're old enough. It's as simple as that. And like we said, the club, we give opportunity to young lads to show what they can do. I think certainly at Owen Farnworth, he had a real good game.
Over the Easter weekend, I mean, you've had good spells in both of those games. I mean, the Warrington game was quite close, wasn't it? And the second half of the Leeds game. What's your overall assessment of how the team played over those two games?
If we can put the 2 good halves together, we'd have 1 good game. Simple as that. I thought we just didn't start yesterday. We highlighted that on the way home. We looked at video on the bus, and we just highlighted our first 6 sets. We finished in poor positions, and then we wasn't good defensively. But second half was brilliant at times. If we can put that together with our start of the game, we'll challenge any of the top 6 teams.
You're bottom of the league, I'm sure you're aware of that at the moment.
Oh, eh?
Yeah, I'm afraid so.
I looked at that.
Sorry to be the bearer of bad news. You're bottom of the league. It's got to have an effect on confidence, hasn't it? I mean, are you starting to wonder where the wind's coming from, or is it not like that?
It wasn't until you mentioned it then. But now I'm shot at. You can't focus on that. It's as simple as, if you do focus on the negatives, then you're going to be negative and you're going to be low in confidence. You've got to focus on the positives. We scored some good tries today. 2 lads on debut. We've still got a very young team who are playing quite well. Like I said, Tel Chapel-Howe and Jay Chapel-Howe playing really well. JJ's playing at 9 and has covered that position for the last 5 weeks. He's played really well there. So if we can just put, like I said, 2 halves together of a game, then we'll come up with some results, won't we? Simple as that. We know we can score points. It's just at the times we're just lacking a little bit of defence when the game gets tough. And we know our teams are good enough, and that's what we're talking about this week. We put our start into the game. There's a good chance we can hold anybody.
You've got Saints this week who recently sacked the coach, and maybe that's got something to do with a little bit of an uptick in form for them. He played well against Wigan, I thought, with 12 men mainly. Beat top of the table Casford yesterday. It's not going to be easy, is it?
Well, none of them are easy, but like I said, most teams do have an upsurge in a performance when either a coach goes or the new coach takes hold. So yeah, I watched the Wigan game and I thought, like I said, they played really well considering they had 12 men, and teams don't when they get a man sent off, they kind of raise the game a little bit. Not watch yesterday's game yet, but watching that today, look at how they performed yesterday. But like I say, it's more about us. If we start worrying about the opposition, then we are going to lose games. So we've got to focus on ourselves, what we can do, where we can score tries, how we can defend, and that's what we'll do this week.
It'd be a massive fillip, especially being a home game on Friday. It'd be a massive fillip for you and the fans, wouldn't it? If you could just get over the line in a game somehow.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, and like I said, we can score tries. We've just got to score at critical times. We've put passes of play together and just not come up with the points. We've either lost the ball or we're just not run the right play, or not taking the right option. So this week's all about us defending our goal line and scoring points when we get on the opposition goal line.
There's quite a bit of threat in that Saints team, isn't there, to think about? And as you say, you've had a bit of trouble defending in your own 20, so there's a few players in that Saints team who are dangerous.
Yeah, there certainly is, and it's not just your goal line. When you have oppositions in their 20, you've got to keep them in their 20. Any kind of penalties, and you can be defending your goal line for 4 and 5 players. So for us this week, it's about defending early in the set, controlling the set, and then we do get our goal line, just being at our best.
What's the chances of Widnes having Chris Houston available on Friday, do you think?
We've got Perry Mason standing up from this week. We might have a chance, but I very much doubt it. Again, it's one of those things, you take what happens to you regarding the judiciary.
There seems to be a sort of guilty till proven innocent thing with bumping into referees, doesn't there? I mean, if you bump into a fella and it's an accident, it's an accident, isn't it? I mean, how hard you bump into him, is that relevant?
Again, who knows? The game moves that fast these days, and referees are in the wrong position sometimes, and not purposely. It's because the game moves that fast. How are they to know where the ball's going to go next? And when somebody's returning the ball from backfield, how are they supposed to put themselves in the right position? And there's going to be collisions, but like you say, it's like it's your own fault for colliding into a referee sometimes. Never his fault for being in the wrong position, but there's nothing we can do about it. We'll just take it on the chin and we'll move on.
I'm going to mention a couple of other names because, as I say, I'm struggling with the ins and outs here at Widnes. Jeremiah likely to be fit, and the chance of being fit this week.
There's always a chance.
Hambry.
Always a chance. Like I said, today's about assessing where we're at today. Really, we don't
know now that they're out injured.
No, that's it. We've got a lot of lads who are 60-40, 70-30, 50-50. Yeah. Today's about assessing what we've got. Tomorrow's about looking at picking our team. And then Thursday's about putting that team together and talking about what we're going to do against Saints.